The air was thick with dust over a trampled ford, a battlefield where predator and prey collided. Scavengers scatter as the landlord returns. Allosaurus, the blade-jawed enforcer of the Morrison formation. Its very presence demands respect, with powerful, three-fingered hands, ready to grip, and a skull built for devastation. It's the definition of predatory perfection. While its bite wasn't the strongest, its true power was in leverage. The epijao acted like a hatchet, driven by massive neck muscles, for an unstoppable downward chop. Its serrated teeth weren't for crushing, but for slicing, turning every strike into a calculated, bloody equation. For the Allosaurus, its timing was everything. It understood the rhythm of life on the floodplain. It knew when sauropod herds would bottleneck at a river crossing, when a stegosaurus would get stuck in dense brush, or when a youngster would stray from the group. At dawn, it hunted alone, a ghost in the long shadows, probing for any sign of weakness in a herd of hydra. But as dusk fell, it changed tactics, teaming up with others, their silhouettes becoming a deadly promise against the fading light. They used the wind, traded angles, and used their powerful tails for sharp, violent turns, pinning prey just long enough for that final, blade-like strike. The fossil record tells a brutal story. Bonebeds like Cleveland Lloyd are like ancient accident reports, layers of sediment packed with the mingled remains of Allosaurus and its prey. It's a catalogue of risk and reward. And the competition wasn't just with other species. The scarred skulls of Allosaurus fossils point to a fierce internal hierarchy, established through phase-biting diplomacy, a brutal way to set rank without doling their lethal tools. At a carcass, Allosaurus was a master of crowd control, using roars and intimidating charges to manage the scavengers and assert its dominance. These dinosaurs were incredibly adaptable. As the sun baked the plains, they'd hunt at night, following set trails along cool creek corridors. Storms that masked their scent and drove herbivores to seek shelter became hunting opportunities. Even wildfires played into their strategy, as the new growth that followed would attract naive herbivores to open, vulnerable spaces. Growth rings in their bones show us they lived through times of feast and famine. Healed ribs and fused toe bones prove they were survivors who knew when to fight and when to retreat. As the dust settles once more, the reign of Allosaurus feels as real as ever, a magnificent tactician of the Jurassic. What an incredible creature. Thanks for watching. Before you go hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and let me know in the comments who you think was the next great Jurassic strategist. The story of this ancient world is always unfolding.